Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Barbie from director Greta Gerwig and written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, her partner, and starring Margot Robbie as stereotypical Barbie, who's just living in her Barbie land, in this Barbie world. And she's starting to have thoughts of death, darker thoughts, and imperfections popping up on her. And she is informed that she must go to the human world, the real world, to try to connect with the girl who has been thinking these thoughts, playing with her, that are bleeding into her life and destroying the fabric between the Barbie land and the human world. And throw in Ken, her best guy, played by Ryan Gosling, who has some of his own unfortunate plans throughout. First off, this film is absolutely hilarious. I laughed from start to finish. There's so many great gags here, whether they're visual, whether they're playing on like their toys. So like them looking in a mirror that doesn't have a mirror in it, or them trying to drink and there's no liquid in it because they don't actually drink because, you know, they're toys. All those little things are absolutely hilarious. The characters all have their own personalities with their own weird quirks and their own representations, whether it's Issa Rae as like President Barbie, Kate McKinnon as Weird Barbie. She definitely represents the weird very well. You have even like Emma McKay and Alexandra Shipp, and so many talented, like Dua Lipa is the Mermaid Barbie. You just have all of these great actors. You have the Kens, Shimu Liu, Kingsley Benadir, Nakuti Gatwa, who's going to be, you know, the new Doctor Who. You even have Michael Cera as Alan, who honestly is kind of a real standout in this movie at times. And you have all these characters, and they each have their own quirks, and they each get their own laughs. And from like an acting perspective, Margot Robbie was born for this role. She was the perfect casting for this role, even when the narrator Helen Mirren calls out some BS at some points, in terms of her, like the casting and like her anxieties and insecurities of, you know, Margot Robbie being Margot Robbie. But it's all to the point of the themes of the story. Ryan Gosling steals the show because every little choice he makes as an actor, from a reaction to a stare to a body movement, is so particular and specific and gets so many laughs and also feelings out of you. The music is amazing. The Dua Lipa song just wanted me to get up and dance the night away in the theater. There's a whole dance number with all the Kens that's fantastic. The Lizzo song, Pink, that starts off the film to introduce the Barbie world, and it's very quick reprise afterwards, delivers so many great laughs. It's one of those things where everything in the film, from the acting performances to the writing to the physicality to the music to the narration, everything is delivering these laughs that really work. And you have the themes too of, like, I've heard so many people coming out as like, this is anti-man. It's not. If you actually watched the movie and paid attention, you'll know that it's not. So either you didn't pay attention to the movie, or you're just trying to stir the pot and create a narrative. Because I love the theme of this film of egalitarian perspective of things, and how the patriarchy and the matriarchy, neither of them are good. You know, we need to appreciate everybody and understand that we're all in this crazy world together. Seeing Barbie and Ken interact in the real world and seeing how very different they are, and either having negative or positive reaction to it, are fantastic. America Ferrera, her character, and in this, and her daughter, played by Ariana Greenblatt, they add so much to the story, especially America Ferrera, because she adds so much humanity and layers to the story, and she's kind of the crux to like understanding the perspective of Barbie, what Barbie was supposed to be, but what Barbie wound up creating was insecurity for women who never thought that they could ever reach the perfection that they needed to be because Barbie set such a high standard. The themes that this film tackles in terms of how women have been treated in, real life for centuries and the pressures that are put upon them, there's a lot of empathy there. You feel it. But you also see that the complete opposite, like, no matter what kind of controlling base that you create, if they have most of the power, the minority group, which in the Barbie land are the Kens, the men, are marginalized and if you don't feel like they're valued. And this film captures that in a meaningful way. You get some very interesting surprises in the third act that add some layers and emotional depth to this that I found very interesting and engaging. The one storyline that I felt like could have been better and played out more and really could have been like more biting in terms of its commentary was like the Mattel corporation. Like, it's still fun sequences in the film, and Will Ferrell does a a great job of being weird and quirky and over the top as the CEO of Mattel. The meta humor in this is absolutely fantastic. It's underdeveloped, and that's probably the biggest negative that I have about this film. But overall, between the story, the humor, the music, the production design is insane. Like, the Barbie Land is insane that they were able to create that. And all the little details, the themes, the ideas, it all hits for the most part and delivers such a satisfying and engaging and fun film. Absolutely had a blast with this. Definitely would recommend. But those are my thoughts on Barbie. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.